I'm going to show you 3 proven and effective methods to create lead magnets that actually work. They'll grow your email list and nurture your audience into real customers. Let's get into it. But before we start, if you want the most up-to-date tips and tricks to grow your business through presentations and design, be sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, click that notification bell so you can become a business design master. But first, what is a lead magnet and why should you use them? A lead magnet is a free resource that a company offers to potential customers in exchange for their contact information. The resource can be anything from a webinar, ebook, template, or even a discount code. Lead magnets are also known as gated content because visitors must provide their information in order to access them. In order for them to be successful, they need to provide value to the audience. So you need to put in effort, you need to do your research, and you need to provide information that's unique to your voice and your experiences. One way to do that is by narrowing down your lead magnet's focus to a specific topic or problem, and provide practical advice your audience can implement right away. This means you need to avoid broad and generic content that fails to address your audience's unique needs and challenges. But what type of lead magnet should you use in order to get the best results from your audience? You can use ebooks or case studies, like a blog post that details someone's success with your product or service. You can use webinars or any digital event that people sign up to through your website. You can use free trials of that product or service. Or you can even use newsletters as a direct line of communication to your audience. It's important to choose the right lead magnet for what your individual goals are, and they can be dependent on the demands of your audience. Now, what do I mean by demands? What I mean are the problems and pain points of your audience. You'll want to avoid broad and generic topics that fail to address your audience's needs, like we discussed before. You want to identify and know the pain points of your ICP, which will help you to build that successful lead magnet. Your lead magnet just has to help solve one of the problems, and then your paid product will help you solve the rest of them. Here's an example I can pull from my own experience. I used to do marketing in the fitness industry, and we wanted to create some noise around a new update we were putting out in our app. There were a few pain points that we brainstormed, but the one that we settled on was that people just didn't know how to build their own workout when they went to the gym. So why did we choose that one? This then allowed us to provide an immense amount of value with a very easy to make PDF workout template full of information, and in turn exposing our leads to solutions in the app. But it wasn't just the value from the lead gen itself that got people wanting to use it. We taught people how to use the app and reap benefits through our content, which were also through our distribution channels. But what do I mean by distribution channels? Well, so like the term lead magnet implies, the goal is to generate more leads, right? We can use various platforms to share our lead magnets in order to generate those leads, like YouTube, email, blogs, ads, social media. Channels like your website's blog and email list are great starters for your lead magnet. But based on Google's recent updates with the Gemini AI initiative, organic traffic to your website may be negatively impacted compared to before 2024. So you'll need to be more creative at making potential leads aware of your lead magnet. This is where using video and social media platforms can be vital for exposing your lead magnet to new and engaged audiences. Like you. Yes, you. The you watching this video wanting to learn how to create better lead magnets. That's the goal of this video. But let's go back to that workout template that I discussed earlier. We made a video that got over 100,000 views on our YouTube channel, specifically on how to use that lead magnet, which gained us thousands of new leads. You can even recycle the key points from your long-form YouTube videos and make them into shorter, smaller videos that expose your lead magnet on your social media platforms. Now just be sure you have an interesting hook to get your audience past that first 5 seconds. Different distribution channels are going to have different purposes depending on what channel you use. You have to meet your audience exactly where they're at, and they're going to fall at different points in your marketing funnel. At the core of all your distribution, the goal is to explain the exact benefits your audience will get from your lead magnet. This will eventually lead them to a landing or squeeze page that will give them the opportunity to receive the solution to their problem in exchange for their contact information via form. As much as I'd love to assist you, I can't help you identify the benefits for your specific lead magnet. That's on you. But I can help you make a killer lead magnet. Just because you want a valuable lead magnet doesn't mean it has to take an entire design team or a week of R&D. That's why templates are essential for streamlining the creation process and getting the most out of your lead magnet. So I'm going to show you how to use a template to build that effective lead magnet right now.
So I'm going to use Visme to construct an ebook based around fitness, and you can use one of the many ebook templates provided by Visme. We found a fitness ebook template right here, which we'll click Use Template, and now we can start constructing our lead magnet as an ebook. So at the end of the day, you want to match your brand identity. So maybe some of these colors, maybe some of these themes don't fit exactly what you're looking for your lead magnet and what your design goal is for your audience. So you can adjust any of these as you need, whether it's changing pictures, changing the font, changing the color. For this case, let's change this to blue, and then you can adapt each and every part of your lead magnet to what your given goal is. And we have multiple different sides of the template here featured by Visme that you can go through and manipulate as you need to. Like I said earlier, it's a template. So you can adjust it as you need to get what you need from it. But at least it's a great starting point to make your life a little more easier so you're not starting from scratch. And you don't have to follow this template exactly as it's shown. It's meant to give you that baseline. And what's cool is you can have a very visually stimulating lead magnet to take your audience and have that greater retention. So let's say in this case, we want to talk about lifting weights. Let's try that. So we want to go through why you should lift. But this background image, it's not working for me. It doesn't really make much sense because we want to use something that's actually highlighting what we're discussing. So in this case, it's going to be lifting weights. So we found this image here, which could work well for the cover of this ebook. But we want to scale it down a bit, make it look a little friendlier for the audience, right? So in this case, even this text works fairly well for what our goals are. And if we need to change the color around a little bit, let's say we have the blue on blue, maybe you want to go gold. Emphasize the champion mentality that we're trying to look for from our audience. But this is where you want to be selective about what you're using for your image. So that makes sense for what your ebook is needed to be. And you can use infographics in this template and adjust the values as needed. So in this case, it says 79% of adults don't meet the proper guidelines for muscle strengthening activities. Well, we can actually change that if we need to. And we can go in and adjust the values based on whatever metric we're discussing. Now, obviously we want the metric to be correct, so it really is dependent on what you're looking for out of your lead magnet. And we can also add videos as lead magnet. So you can read through the ebook, but then you have video content that the audience can enjoy, which then will increase engagement and potentially increase value for your lead magnet. So now you take the simple act of reading and turn it into a multimedia experience that your audience is going to love. And I can't stress this enough, you have to put effort into your lead magnet because your audience is smart. They'll know if there was real authentic effort that was put in and if there was something put in that they might never even seen before. And if you can put that level of effort into every single lead magnet you create, the odds of you generating more leads drastically go up.
At the end of the day, building effective lead magnets can be hard, but they don't have to be. So follow these tips and start building better lead magnets today. And if you want to improve your ability to make stunning presentations to wow your audience, check out our free design course at the link down below. I'm Jason from Visme, helping you design better for your business.